Another gist on ground in an occupied East Jerusalem. Another Palestinian family have faced a moment many human rights groups describe as one of the harshest reality of life under occupation. Guys, what could this really be? I don't want to believe that Israel is trying their best to displace citizens of Lebanon. And wait. A man was reportedly forced to destroy his own house with his own hands. Guys, like how will a person, how will officials, how will these people be this, I don't want to use the word mean, because there must be a reason for everything, right? Well, how can a man be told to it just like you finish building a house and somebody just comes from nowhere and tell you dismantle your house, like you use hammer break down your house, like somebody had to tell you to do that, and if you don't do that you actually fear for yourself. Report even has it that Palestinian President Omar Mohammed Hassan was even collapsed, like compelled by the Israeli authorities to carry out the demolition of his own home in neighborhood of this is Jabal al-Mukaba. Hey, this is severe. This is serious. After officials say the structure lacked the necessary building permits. This was the reason. They actually told these people I just mentioned right now to break down their own house, to pull it down. But critics always have their way to say something. This is about what the critics are saying. This is about far more than permits or construction laws. Even if they didn't follow construction laws or permits, I think there should be a way around it. Like there should always be a way around the matter. So many Palestinians and international observers, these self-demolitions symbolize a system designed to pressure Palestinians out of East Jerusalem while expanding Israel control over the contested land. Matter don't finish. Like the matter is already collapsed. Is this a way that Israel wants to use to displace these people from their homes, to remove them from their houses and then take over those areas? Could this actually be a way they want to do it? And even emotional and political impact of this demolition continues to feel outrage far beyond the region itself. My people, I don't really know how this sounds in the ears of those listening to me right now. But report has it that Israel occupation authorities ordered Omar Mohammed Hassan to demolish his own house to avoid facing even larger financial penalties. That means if he doesn't agree to do exactly as they have instructed, there is something that he's going to face, which is something known as financial penalty under the system enforced in occupied East Jerusalem. Like these people are operating in this area. The Palestinian residents accused of building without permits are often given two options. Could you imagine? Where we see this one, where do we see this happening? Either demolish the structure themselves, or Israel municipal crew carry out demolition and also charge the family enormous fees afterwards. So if you don't want to pay the fees, you have to demolish the house you suffered to build by your own self. I think there is a reason behind all this, which is they have this plan to move the Palestinians out of these areas and then take over. Like, I think this is more of their plans. It looks like Israel have. They lose their homes or either way. Like, is either you lose your home by demolishing it by yourself, or these people will demolish your house for you, and you will pay them a fine if they demolish your house for you. Guys, and because demolition costs imposed by authorities can extremely be high, some families choose to demolish the house by themselves in attempt to avoid deeper financial ruin. Witnesses, in these local areas and local activists frequently describe these scenes as emotional, devastating. Families destroying the walls of their builds. They are destroying the walls that they have suffered with their sweat to build. Children are watching their homes collapse. The entire community gathering in grief and frustration. When we see matters like this, it should actually remind us that Christ is coming soon. When you see country, nation rise against nation, please be properly guided. This building permits and occupation issue is a bigger issue, a bigger problem. At the center of these controversies is the issue of building permits in occupied East Jerusalem. The Israeli authorities argue that all construction must comply with municipal planning laws, and even the zoning regulations. The official says illegal structures are demolished because they violate the urban planning rules. Now, the Palestinians, many international organizations argue the permit system itself is deeply discriminatory. Like, why does it have to be that penalty? These critics have also made their point. They say Palestine faces extreme difficulty obtaining construction permits, even as the Palestine population in East Jerusalem continues to grow. They suffer seriously to get the construction permit. So those places that the houses have been built on without construction permit will be demolished. As a result, many families build homes without authorization because they say they have no realistic alternative. They built these houses and now these houses are being brought to rubble. These houses are being broken down either by them or by Israelis. Human rights organizations have reportedly argued that the system creates a cycle where Palestinians are denied permits. Because according to reports, the Palestinians doesn't get that permit so easily. So then punish for building without them, not cracking down their houses. Why don't you tell them to pay a fine? There should be other ways, right? And this issue sits at the heart of the wider conflict over Jerusalem itself. Israel considered Jerusalem itself on a unified capital. Palestinians claim East Jerusalem as the capital of future Palestine states. And because of that, every demolition, housing project, or land dispute carries enormous political symbolism. So all these matter issues growing between the Palestinians, the Israel, the Lebanese guys is something the world is really putting eyes to see how these issues could be settled. For more information, I'm going to keep you updated. Kindly subscribe to my channel, share this video to others, and come back for more.